Or is it mum and dad's job just to keep giving their kids everything, even when they're grown-ups?
Something to work for.
But do you not believe, June?
No, but what I would say is, in the current climate where social mobility is regressing, where actually it's so hard for young people to get on the property ladder, actually your inheritance is probably the only way you're going to be able to buy a house
When you're 19 or 20, you're probably not going to try and get in the property. You're probably going to rent. And I think there's a lot of millennials now.
When
I was 19, 20, I was earning a pittance as a junior reporter, but I still left home and I lived in a grotty bed sit and I ate baked beans out of a can. I had no money. But I think it's a rite of passage. I think all kids should learn independence in that way.
Property price inflation and the earnings inflation have decoupled so much that you have to, 7 times your income in order to get your first house?
Can I just bring in
the idea of a long-term job? I remember 2007 and 8 and the layoffs that occurred, that as a result, many people became disenfranchised with working.
I think we have a problem with Gen Z, and it's not me just saying this. This is managers all over the country, this country and in America, where big surveys they've been done there and here. They don't want to employ Gen Z now because they're lazy, they're entitled, they can't be corrected, they can't be told off, even if it's in a positive way. They're not resilient, and this is a problem, I think, with a lot of young people today. There's a guy he's a professor called Gary Cooper. He's an organisational psychologist. He said a lot of Gen Z people, they go to the workplace, and if it's not perfect, if it doesn't suit them, they leave. And he says they're depriving themselves. They can't achieve their goals, like getting a house, because they won't stick a job long enough if it's not absolutely perfect conditions. Now, I'm sorry, the reason they can't afford a house, this guy is saying, who knows more than me or you, is saying, well, he is. He's a professor. You're not, and neither am I. And he's a professor in this area because he knows more than you. You don't know everything, Marvin. He's saying kids are actually stuffing themselves up because they're not.
We will go into work regardless because we still have that hope of getting a house, whereas Gen Z are like, nah, that's not happening for me.
I'm sorry,
or a pension, none of that's coming for me.
Everybody talks about my generation like it was just dead easy for us to get houses. No, it was not. I had to
comparatively.
It was not comparatively. I'm sorry, it's not comparative. When I was a kid, I did not spend money on holidays, on clothes. I saved for a deposit for a house. Say that to a Gen Z person. Don't pay $3.50 for a coffee. Don't go on holiday. Don't go out with your mates at weekends. They'll say, go to hell, we're doing it, because they want that and they want the house. You've got to, people make sacrifices.
The cost of a house in that generation was absolutely, it's like
what are you talking about? It's relative.
Salary. No, it's not relative.
Yes, it is.
Close to being relative. The fact is that the house prices before were like 3 times your salary. Now we're talking about 6 and 7 times your salary.
You're talking about London as well. You're talking about London.
It's actually across the UK. It has been, it's statistically.
It's absurd, the gap.